Okay, so I'm on my last one. So here it is. Usually it takes me, I'm going to say about half an hour to do the whole thing. Once I get started, not set up and all that other stuff. So here's my last one. It's right here. Again, it's hard to get in there. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay, there we go. So again, it's the last one, so in particular it's important not to lose tension, because this is where I tend to lose a lot of tension, so I got 2 clamps right here. So we're good to go there. Let me see if I can find a hole. Right there, I think that's the one. Okay, so I got a ton of string left, because the crosses, for me at least, I usually tend to have a lot left. Okay, so same idea. I use 1 loop just to help me tighten things up a little bit. It's not something to, not a loop to knot it off, nothing like that. Just tighten it up and create a little bit extra friction, so so the slack doesn't go back out. So there we go. This one's actually generally a little bit easier to cross to finish off. I could stop at 1. I just like to do 2 just in case. Let's see. I'll probably do again, like I'll do another video with the other machine. And here's my tool. I love this thing. It just cuts it nice and clean. So I'm done. I don't want to say one more thing. So let's see if I can take this off easy. Okay. So one of the other things I like to do is use a rubber band. So this is just my preference. I find it to be, I actually bought a bunch of them from, I don't know where I bought it from, these dampeners, and they tend to, I lose them. And my son tends to lose them. He hits on the thing. This one is actually much cheaper. It's just a rubber band, right? And a lot of pros use this. It just never falls off. And the only time I have to take it off is when I'm restringing it, and these are cheap. I mean, really, really cheap. So it's not even close. So there it is, and I'm done with my string job. That took me about half an hour, minus the standing up and going back to get the camera going. But hopefully this was helpful. Again, the main thing is this: I don't like to start from the middle, because then you got 2 tie-offs here and tie-off here, and you tend to lose a lot of string, and the tie-offs is where you lose a lot of tension, where I lose a lot of tension. So if I can tighten it here, and I know where I started right here, there's no loss of tension at all, because as soon as I knotted it, I kept it a little bit loose, I tightened it, and I knotted it again, so I know this string right here is perfect tension. It's just this one, the last one right here, might have lost a little bit of tension, but again, I try to do a good job to keep that friction on so it doesn't go backwards. So hopefully this helped. Love this machine. Highly recommend it. I know there's a red one too. I can't imagine it being different than this. It's pretty straightforward and simple. I think in a reel, that's the way I like to buy strings. You're supposed to get 16 and a half. I get something like around 18 sets. And because I hybrid it, if it's a more expensive string, like, I don't know, Solinco Turbide or Solinco Hyper G, and I know those aren't even expensive compared to Luxilon, but that's what I use, and sometimes I do use Luxilon like this one. But I can get, let me see, how's that, 36 of the mains, and the crosses I'll use synthetic gut or some other cheaper poly. So yeah, thumbs up on this machine. I love this machine. It just takes a little while to get used to it. Watch a lot of videos, that's what I recommend, and get used to all the different knots and starting off. And yeah, I like this. Very useful. I think you noticed that I don't use this much, but this is $5. This is like, I think, $30. So is this 6 times better than this? It's up to you. But this will function the same purpose as this one, so it's fine.